the USA Today survey is relatively meaningless because all it does is measure what the American public believes today. The American public is always way behind the times, you know, that they don't educate themselves well. So,
but but in this case, who is behind? Is Silicon Valley behind or ahead of the times relative to Detroit?
Well, let's put it this way. Everybody is at about the same place when it comes to autonomous car technology. But autonomous car technology is an integration of sensors, software, maps, digital maps, and so forth into one unit. And the suppliers of that are going to be numerous. There are going to be various global companies, probably some European, some US, some Chinese. And in many, many cases, the automakers themselves. I don't think you could claim that anybody is ahead of General Motors right now, for instance, when it comes to autonomous cars, in that the Cadillac CT6 is going to be launched in September, and it will have like fully autonomous capability, not only with a bunch of in-vehicle sensors, but also with down to 4-inch precision digital maps of the United States embedded
hold on,
in it.
But just back up for 1 second. So you think that the autonomous vehicles that we talk about and have seen on this air when it comes to what Google, or now called Waymo, has been doing, are not more advanced, that GM has the same technology?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And GM has the digital maps. GM has the hardware and software. They don't make it all themselves. No automobile company is going to make the stuff themselves. They're going to buy it from various companies and do the integration. But this is not rocket science. Autonomous vehicles, I hate to say this, but they're relatively easy to do. And they'll get perfected over time. Now, long term, they are a huge danger for the automobile companies, because when we get to stage 4, which are standardized modules that can fit into a high-speed train on the freeway, when we get to that and you just dial up your module, then we have a problem, because nobody will give a darn what brand of module shows up at the right time at your house, as long as it's clean and nice and does the job. And car ownership will decline to almost nothing. And at that point, the value is no longer going to be captured in making automobiles, because making automobiles is kind of like, you know, nobody wants to be Nokia, where they had a commanding lead in the handset market, and then all of a sudden handsets didn't matter anymore, because the value was handsets given away free with the cellular service, and all of the value was captured by the content providers. And that's why you're going to see automobile manufacturers try to move downstream. General Motors' investment in Lyft, General Motors' investment in Maven, and so forth, because that is where the value is going to be captured. And but the sort of branded automobile, like, oh wow, I've got a BMW and you only have a Chevrolet, that is just absolutely going to go away.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.